Hey guys, Terry here. I wanted to show you on the ScanNCut a little bit about using your markers and scanning images and then having your machine draw them. So I have a close to my heart page out of the, oh no, this is a Stampin' Up. This is from a Stampin' Up catalog. So this one's called Tea Together. And I wanted to see if I could scan these shapes and then save them and draw them with my ScanNCut. Okay, so I tore the page out of the book and I've got it in my Brother ScanNCut scanning folder. This one's not sticky, it just has a plastic cover that you lift up, put your image in. And one thing that I noticed was it's got a white background. And I don't know if you could tell, but you can partially see the image that's behind this page because it's such a thin catalog page. So what I'm going to try doing is scanning it with something behind there. I'm going to put something in there that's not white. This may or may not help. But what I notice is on the green paper, I don't see so much of the image that's behind the page. So let's give this a try. I'm going to scan it. I'm going to scan it, scan the cut data. And then I'm going to let it recognize it. Okay, took a little while to recognize it. I think it was because of all the print that was on here. And then of all the shapes, I don't want to just outline it, and I don't want an inside and outside cut line. I just want the draw line. Okay, and then I just want the teapots and stuff down here. I don't want the don't want that top part. Get all that. And then I'm going to hit preview, and then I'm going to save that image. And I'm just going to save it to my machine. Okay, and it tells me what file name it gave it, which was number 18. Okay. So now I can load some paper up here. I'll unload this mat. And I'm going to load a white piece of paper. And then I'm going to go into pattern because now I've saved it as a shape on my machine. It's not in the built-in shapes, it's back here in the save data on the machine. I could have saved it to a USB also. And it saves it. There's several pages here of what I've saved. I'm just going to hit the up arrow to go to the last thing that I saved, and it's this teacup. Okay. So one thing you have to remember, I'm going to add that to the mat. One thing you have to remember is stuff is not, each of these lines is not grouped together yet. Okay. So you've got to go into the editing and select all. Select everything. And here's, if there was anything that you wanted to delete, you could have deleted also. But I'm just going to group it all together. This shape here is welding it. We don't want to weld it, we want to shape it. Okay, hit OK. And then I'm going to save it again. Back to the machine. It warns me you've grouped it together, you can't undo this. And then I'm going to overwrite that shape 18. Okay, so it's back saved and grouped together so that I can now move it to where I want to draw this image. Okay, Hit OK, and then I'm going to hit draw. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the markers, if you haven't used your Brother ScanNCut markers before. You pop up the little tab here to take the blade out. I've already taken the blade out. So you pop that up, take the blade out, and then this is the piece that comes with it to put the marker in. I've got just one of the markers. There's a little tab here. If you try to open this up, there's a little push thing here. You do that and it opens real easy. Take the lid off the marker. Pop it down inside the hole here. Okay. And then with the Brother ScanNCut facing forward here, pop it down into the blade holder. And that should close easy. If it doesn't, you haven't pushed it all the way down. Okay, so now back up to the menu. I'm going to tell it to draw. You might have to check your settings to make sure I left the draw speed at 3 and the draw pressure at 0. That was just the default. And then I can hit draw and I can hit start. It's about half done. Okay, so finish drawing. So that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Here's the original. That looks pretty good. Now remember that you can size it. You can have it cut in or draw in different colors. So that one was an interesting one. Let me show you one that I did previously that had a little bit more detail in it. The opposite side of this page had a cute little Noah's Ark. That stamp set is called Perfectly Paired. And when I had it drawn, it didn't have all the detail. Now I didn't do that trick with the green mat, so I don't know if it was confused. But notice the eyes aren't on the animals. But I mean, you could color that and then draw the eyes in. So not too bad. But I think this teapot one came out a lot better. So just some ideas for you on how you can use your Brother ScanNCut. Thanks, guys.